With this session, we are going to start behavioral patterns. These patterns are dedicated to design communication among objects, and chain of responsibility is one of them. So name is already indicating that we are going to maintain a kind of chain to complete some responsibility. We use this pattern when we are having lots of objects and any of the object can complete your responsibility according to some logical situation, but you are having a long list of them. So in this condition, we use chain of responsibility design pattern. This pattern provides you two additional benefits also. Number one, you can hide all the details of your object list from the calling component. And second, anytime you can change the order of your object list for the execution, or you can rearrange them. So from the diagram, you can see that calling component deals only with the first link in the chain of responsibility, and then your request gets subsequently passed to the next link. And once your request get executed, then on that particular moment, chain of responsibility get terminated. So in this design pattern, calling component don't have any information about all the object present and their order of execution. So I think conceptual understanding of this design pattern was relatively easy. And as a next step, we can move forward for the coding implementation. So we are imitating here a software for delivering the messages. We are having multiple software components in the form of carriers, where each carrier is dedicated to deliver a particular type of message. For the sake of simplicity and understanding, we are not implementing underlying complex detail of the logic that is required for delivering those messages. Just we are implementing simple details that are required to understand the implementation of chain of responsibility design pattern. So our message is represented with the help of message signal class that are having four properties: sender, receiver, message body, and the code. And code is basically an enum, that is area code of type int, which is having three values: local, remote, and executive. These three values basically represent the importance of the message, or you can say the area of the message in which it is required to be delivered. There are three more classes in the form of local carrier, remote carrier, and high priority carrier. These are dedicated classes to deliver a particular type of message. As I have already told you that for the understanding purpose, we are not jumping into the underlying details that are required to deliver this message into a particular area. We are just going through the simple details so that we can understand the implementation of pattern. Right now here we are taking only three carriers for delivering the messages, but in actual condition they can be very large in the number. So this is the condition where we can use chain of responsibility design pattern. First of all, we will try to implement it simply without using any kind of design pattern, and then we try to observe that what kind of flaws we are having in that particular solution, and after that we will try to solve those issues with the help of chain of responsibility design pattern. Let's move to our view controller class, where we are having list of messages to be delivered. We are maintaining this list with the help of an array message signals, where each message is the object of class message signal. In the current example, we are having three carrier classes: local, remote, and high priority. And with the help of object of these three classes, we have to deliver these three messages. For the understanding purpose, we are taking only three messages and three carriers here, but in actual condition, this number could be quite large. So now see the code from line number 33 to line number 44, where with the help of very simple logic, we have called the dedicated send message signal method for the dedicated carrier according to the type of message that is to be delivered. So this was the simple implementation without the use of any design pattern. As far as execution is concerned, there is no problem in this implementation, but if you think from the clean code perspective, there are two major problems. Number one, any of the software component that is implementing this logic should always need to know about these three carrier classes. So whenever you are going to add or reduce new carrier, you need to make change in all those classes. And second, If you want to change the order or rearrange the order of couriers that are responsible for delivering the messages, then every time you need to make a change in each and every software component that is implementing this if and else ladder. So these are the two main issues that we can see currently in this current implementation, and this can be resolved with the help of chain of responsibility design pattern. To implement this pattern, we are using base class structure. So we are having a class courier with the property link next, and this property is used to maintain the next link in the chain of responsibility for the execution. We have implemented send message signal that basically checks whether our current class is having any next link or not. If it is having a next link, then it try to transfer the responsibility if it is currently unable to execute the request. And here comes the most important part of this implementation, in which we are creating the chain of responsibility. And this is done with the help of this function create chain of responsibility at line number 28. What we are doing in this method is we are maintaining the array of all the class types for all the carriers that we are currently having in our example. And with the help of the loop that is implemented from line number 39 to line number 44, we are assigning the next link to each and every class in the chain of responsibility. So with the help of this loop, what we are doing is our remote courier becomes the next link for the local courier, and high priority courier becomes the next link for the remote courier. And as a next link for the high priority courier, we are having the null. So at any particular moment, either your message sending request will be executed by the next link, or it will be terminated because next link is the null. So in both of the condition, your chain of responsibility will be terminated. Now in the same file courier.swift, we have implemented all three courier classes as the child class of courier base class. Now our local courier, remote courier and high priority courier are implemented as the child class of courier superclass. And all the three classes are overriding send message signal method from their superclass. At any particular moment when it has to be delivered the message, it checks whether the class is capable of handling the responsibility or not. If it can handle the request, then request is getting executed. Otherwise, it is transferred to the next link in the chain that is done with the help of send message signal from the base class. And as we have already seen that with the help of loop, we have maintained a chain of responsibility in superclass. So with the help of that responsibility chain, our request is getting executed. Now again move to the class viewcontroller.swift, where we have previously implemented this message sending solution without any use of design pattern. So all of this messy implementation of message sending logic has been transferred to these three neat and clean lines. So with the help of create chain responsibility method from the courier class, you can have the first link in the chain of responsibility in the form of object of local courier class. So once your request reaches to this local courier class object, then it's keep on transferring to the next link in the chain until it gets executed. So in this form, your calling component need not to know all the object present in the chain of responsibility, only it needs to deal with the first link with the help of create chain responsibility method, and whole of your messy implementation is now shifted to a very clean code. And this was the benefit of chain of responsibility principle. So I hope you all like this quick tutorial on chain of responsibility design pattern, and whenever you feel need for the code samples, just provide your email ID in comment box and I will send you the complete zip. As a next step, we will learn about observer design pattern from behavioral category. So till then, keep learning and stay motivated. Thank you.